Hey guys, Greg Armfield here. I have been an elite coach for 3 years, 3 times, and I just want to explain to you today how you go about getting elite, or how elite works, how the point system works, some of the advantages of being elite. Hopefully to inspire you and to motivate you to be an elite coach for 2016. So let's get started. Have some slides put together for you here. What are the perks of being elite? Well, I can tell you that the top 200 elite, the people that were elite in 2015, they receive $500 a month for every month in 2016 that they hit Success Club. Success Club 5, just for hitting Success Club 5, which most of you probably already do anyway, you would get an extra $500 bonus, which is pretty sweet. Now, for those that weren't in the top 200, they get a $100 bonus. So still pretty awesome, just to get free money, right, for doing what you're already doing. But there's tons of other advantages. I won't read off everything on the slide, but you can see you get, they treat you like VIPs, really. I mean, you get upgraded rooms on the Success Club trip. You get, additional parties and things that are thrown in your behalf. You get exclusive access to things. You get to go, one day before Summit, and they typically do a big, party for you, dinner. You've probably seen pictures and things like that. Recognition on stage at Summit. So there's a lot of advantages to being elite, a lot of benefits to being elite. You can go through these, and it's definitely a great incentive, a great reason for wanting to be elite. So what are the qualifications? Basically, to be an elite coach, you must be a 5-star diamond or higher coach. You must have 2 new diamonds that you've added during the year. So, I'm an 8-star diamond coach. So in order for me to be elite in 2016, I have to add 2 more diamond coaches, in order to hit the elite status again in 2016. So even though you're 5-star, you still have to get 2 new diamond coaches. So, if you're only 3-star or below, you're going to be adding diamonds anyway. So not a big deal. Also, you need 135 elite points. Okay, and I'm going to explain what elite points are, how you get them. Stay tuned for that. But Premier Coach is similar to an elite coach. You still need 2 new diamonds, but you only have to be a 2-star instead of a 5-star. You still need 135 elite points. And there are advantages to being Premier. I was Premier in last year, so basically you still get invited to a lot of the elite events. You don't get the elite bonus every month, but there's still a lot of recognition and rewards, on-stage recognition, things like that for being Premier. So it's still a great thing to shoot for. Go for those elite points. Even if you're just a 2-star, you can get Premier. Even if you miss elite, you could still hit Premier, which is a great thing. Okay, so let's move on here. So 3 different areas that the elite points are bucketed into. Okay, basically it breaks down into 3 categories. One is your ATV, your advanced team volume. The second is your PSTV, personally sponsored coaches personal volume. And the third category is your PS Coaches Success Club. And we're going to talk about each one of those Success Club points. You get elite points for them hitting Success Club. Okay. So first, let's look at the ATV. The way this works is you will get 1 elite point for every 10,000 team volume points that your volume increased this year over last year. Okay, little confusing, But look at this example. Let's say the previous year you had 525,000 team volume points. This year, let's say in 2016, you get 726, team volume points, right? We'd all love to have this many volume points. You may not have this many, but, this is just an example. So for every 10,000 points over the 525, there is one ATV point, okay? And there's a maximum, they cap each of these categories, so you can get a maximum of 40 ATV points. And you must have at least 13 in order to, get elite. So basically 13, times 10,000, you at least need 130,000 team volume points over what you had last year. Okay? So you always have to be growing. So what does elite show? Think about it this way. It doesn't show necessarily the coach, the top ranked coach, based upon, number of, maybe their rank or number of people below them, or the coach that makes the most money. Elite is based upon who is growing their business, who is, bringing in new coaches, mentoring those coaches to hit Success Club, and getting new growth in their business. And that's how they rank coaches as elite. So when they say the number one coach is Melanie Mitro, that's because she had the most elite points. So that's what that means. Okay, the second one is your PS personal volume. And this is only for your PS coaches that were in the previous 2 years, okay? So your 2014 and 2015 coaches, 2015 and 2016 coaches will contribute to this category, okay? So for every 500 personal volume points that they bring in, so their customers are spending, or they're spending, for every 500 points that those coaches bring in, you get 1 point, okay? A maximum of 61 points. Obviously, gaining coaches throughout the year helps. Now, let me talk about personally sponsored coaches. Now, you might have heard on the Super Saturday video where Michael Neiman said that the average elite coach in 2015 recruited an average of 60 coaches, personally sponsored coaches, in 1 year. Okay, now you might think that's a lot, but I mean, if you look at some of the top 10 coaches, I'm sure they're bringing in 30 to 50 coaches a month, okay? So if you want to know what it takes to be, top 10, that's what it takes, 30 plus coaches a month. Now, just to be elite, though, we're talking, 60 or on average. So what you want to plan on doing is at least getting 3 to 5 coaches signed up every single month, okay? If you target 3 to 5 or more, you will have a good chance of hitting elite. Now, so it's not only, recruiting, but you got to train your coaches, to duplicate what you're doing, to hit Success Club, to generate that personal volume, and then you're going to start getting these elite points, okay? So, PV obviously will be accumulated. You'll get, this gives you an example, of Coach 1 has 90 PV, Coach 2 has 135 PV, Coach 3 has 275, that equals 500. So that gives you 1 point. So basically it's the sum total of all your personally sponsored coaches for 2015 and 2016, their personal volume every month, gets put into a bucket. You divide that by 500, and you get a point for each one of that, okay? For each coach, or for each time that you know, 500 divides into that total bucket, essentially. And sorry, I told you wrong. It's points from 2016 coaches only, not 2015 coaches. So only personal volume from the new coaches that you have recruited in 2016. Okay. Sorry about that. And okay, the third category is PS coaches and Success Club. So this is where your coaches for the previous 2 years count. Okay, so 2015 and 2016 coaches. So every time one of those coaches hits SC5, you get 1 point. Okay, then if you also hit SC5, which I know you're going to do, then that doubles. Okay, so you'll get 2 points. So essentially then if you're hitting SC5 every month or better, and every one of your PS coaches from 2015 or 2016 hit Success Club, you're going to get 2 points. Okay, again, they're going to cap the amount of points. I think it's 60 points that you can get from this category as well. But you definitely want to max out this category. You know, I can pretty much tell you that if you're recruiting 3 to 5 coaches a month and you're focused on, you know, getting at least 3 coaches, 3 of your personally sponsored coaches for the previous 2 years, hitting Success Club, you know, at least 3 a month, then you have a good shot at elite. Okay, because you know, obviously if you have more, you know, not only are they generating the points for you because they're hitting Success Club, but they're also bringing in that personal volume and getting points there that you need. And if your team is growing and they're hitting Success Club, you know, they're naturally going to be building that team volume, which you need to get the ATV points. All right. So there's also an ATV multiplier. I've never had this happen, but you know, if you are a shooting rock star, you advance 4 to 5 of your PS coaches to Diamond in 2016. They will give you a ATV multiplier, increase your ATV by 10%. If you do 6 or more PS coaches, they'll increase it by 20%. It gives you more of those ATV points. So, you know, that's great if you are a rock star. So now they used to, you might have seen this in the past, they used to email every month what your elite points are, and then starting in December they would email you every week. Now you can find the elite report in the Coach Online office, and it's updated weekly. Okay, so you can go in there under My Business, My Qualifications, Elite Qualifications, and you can see this report. And I encourage you, you know, all of you to look at this report. You'll see where you're ranked. You know, or you know, 700 and this is not mine, by the way. This is someone else's. But you can see this person was ranked at 786, right? And they're a 4-star diamond coach, and you could see that their, you know, their previous ATV and their current ATV, and then the number of personally sponsored coaches who have advanced to diamond. You know, those are important things. And then, oops, and then at the bottom you will see here, you know, how many premier points and elite points that you get. Now, mainly you want to focus on the elite points. You know, you'll see it broken down there: ATV, personally sponsored PV, Success Club points. You'll see a maximum. So the Success Club points and the personal volume is a maximum of 61. The ATV is a maximum of 40. So if you maxed out all your elite points there, you know you have a maximum of 162, but you only need 135 to go elite. Now you can obviously go get a lot more points in all the categories, and that's how they determine the top 10. So even though they cap you, they'll still keep accumulating those elite points, and that's where it'll show up in the Premier Point category. The Premier Point is the uncapped. It'll show you your uncapped totals. And ATV doesn't count towards your elite top 10. You know, if anybody wants to go for top 10, that's just based upon the last two categories. So again, look at this report, you know, at least on a monthly basis, you know, and we'll check this every single month to see where we stand. Okay, so you know, the first thing that you got to do is you got to get to 5-star if you want to be elite. Now, I found this diagram, but it's not really a true picture of, you know, what a 5-star looks like, because basically you need 3 diamonds on one side and 2 diamonds on the other side to be a 5-star. Now you can have, you know, more. You can have 4 diamonds, like in this picture, you know, on one side, and 3 diamonds on the other side, or just 2 diamonds on one side, and you're going to be a 5-star. But you get the picture. So basically, you got to get to 5-star. That's one of the you know, the things that you need to do to get elite. You got to get to 5-star. You got to get those 2 new diamonds, you know, out of the way. That's critical. And another thing is, the diamonds, the new diamonds, don't have to be in your primary business center. They can be in any of your business centers. Okay, your second business, third business center. They can't be in a spouse's business center. They have to be in one of your business centers. But also one of your business centers, like your second business, getting your second business center to diamond, or your third business center to diamond, that also counts as one of your diamonds, you know, for that criteria. Okay, so that basically explains how to get those elite points. Hopefully you guys understand it. If you don't, you know, leave a comment below and I will answer it. So let's make 2016 a fabulous year, and I look forward to seeing a whole bunch of new elites